The A-Team Challenge, a major project of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, is produced in partnership with the School District of Lee County, Waterman Broadcasting, and NBC2. This program features high school students in both public and private schools from 6 Southwest Florida counties as they compete in this exciting academic challenge. The A-Team Challenge is brought to you by the Suncoast Credit Union.
Hello everybody and welcome to another round of the A-Team Challenge. Our single elimination competition is still underway here for the academic year 2017, and one of these schools, who each one already won one game, will be going home today and the other one will be advancing on. So it's going to be a good afternoon or morning depending on when you're watching, and I want to thank you all for being here again. The A-Team Challenge is in its 28th year celebrating academic excellence in Southwest Florida. Don't forget you can see the games that we play on Comcast and on CenturyLink on their education channels up high on the dials, and you can also find us on YouTube. Just do a search for Lee Schools TV and you'll see our games there. Students, a reminder, your categories today will be in the following subjects: science, math, of course, arts, humanities, social studies and history, language arts, general knowledge, and even some current event questions will be peppered in as well. We're going to play 2 toss-up rounds. Here's a look at the rule board real quick. First round, second round, each answered correctly question is worth 10 points. No penalty for a wrong answer, but the other side will have a chance to steal the point away if they can get the answer correct. So students, remember to work individually in the first 2 rounds. You'll be working as a group for the lightning round, and there are 2 subjects, 2 random subjects in 2 envelopes. The winning team will have a chance to get 100 points added to their score, and both teams will have that chance in the lightning round with 90 seconds on the clock. It's a lot of fun. All right, everybody, let's get right to it. Let's start our play of the A-Team Challenge, and I'll introduce you to our folks at home in the beginning of the second round. You ready? Here we go. Hands on your buttons. First question is up for grabs, and it is: what city, which lies west of the Leakey Peninsula, was replaced by Abuja as a national capital in 1991, but it remains the most populous city in Nigeria? Connor, Gulf Coast.
Lagos.
Lagos is in Nigeria. That's 10 points. Gulf Coast. Good job. Verily and Calico are subsidiaries of what holding company, led by Larry Page, that also owns Google? Alphabet Incorporated. Alphabet Incorporated. Next question for 10. A test for prime numbers is based on the Little theorem, named for what mathematician, who also wrote a last theorem that took over 300... Blake, Gulf Coast.
Fermat.
Yes, it took over 350 years to prove it. Fermat is right. 10 points, Gulf Coast. Next for 10. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was an early leader of what Muslim country, created after the 1947... Michael, Canterbury.
Egypt.
No, sorry, incorrect. Gulf Coast, it was created after the 1947 partition of the British Raj on the Indian subcontinent. Connor.
Pakistan.
Pakistan is right. 10 points, Gulf Coast. Next for 10, what author of The Enormous Room, that's the title, The Enormous Room, asked, "How do you like your blue-eyed boy, Mr. Death?" in a poem about Buffalo Bill that lacks punctuation? Just in time, Anthony.
Wilder.
Good try. Not the right one, though. Good job, though. Canterbury, give me a shot. Michael?
Oh, Whitman.
No, not Whitman. And Cummings. Cummings. Could have gone down the list. You probably would have got it eventually. That's all right. No points there. Next question for 10. What sister of Phaedra, who later married Dionysus, helped Theseus slay the Minotaur? Anthony, Gulf Coast.
Ariadne.
Ariadne, and escaped the labyrinth, but she was abandoned by Theseus and Naxos. Great. Ariadne, 10 points, Gulf Coast. Next question for 10. What position, whose only league MVP was Washington's Mark Mosley, is played by the Patriots' Stephen Gostkowski? Michael, Canterbury.
Tight end.
Sorry, not the tight end. Anthony?
Kicker.
Yeah, he's the kicker, and it's responsible for the field goals. That was the rest of the question. 10 points, Gulf Coast. Math question, you can get started. Look at your screen. Here we go. What is the volume in liters of a bucket that rises from 1/6 full to 1/2 full when 1 liter of water is added? And Blake is in first, Gulf Coast.
3 liters.
Good job, Blake. Nice, fast response there. 3 liters is the right answer. 10 points, Gulf Coast. A Czech finance minister was attacked in August 2016 by what group who also used DDoS attacks to shut down Brazilian websites as a form of hacktivism? Hacktivism. Anthony, Gulf Coast.
ISIS?
No, not ISIS. Canterbury, Cass.
Anonymous?
Anonymous is right. Good job. 10 points. Canterbury. Next for 10, the setting of The Unvanquished, The Hamlet, and Light in August, and 12 other novels by William Faulkner is what fictional Mississippi county? You should get double points if you could even pronounce this. It's Yoknapatawpha. Yoknapatawpha County. But no points there. Next question for 10. What English poet wondered if the rude forefathers of a Hamlet might have included a mute, inglorious Milton in elegy written in a country churchyard? That English poet was Thomas Gray. Thomas Gray. Next question for 10. Calvinist dogma promotes what idea that God has foreordained which humans, Michael Canterbury?
Predestination.
Yeah, which humans will receive eternal life, rejecting the notion of free will. Predestination, 10 points. Canterbury, great. Next is another math question. Get ready and take a look at your screen. What is the measure of the third angle of a triangle, whose other two angles measure 65 and 33 degrees respectively? Anthony, Gulf Coast.
82.
82 is right. Very good. 82, 10 points, Gulf Coast. Next for 10, David Foster Wallace wrote about the religious experience of watching what tennis player who has won, Anthony, Gulf Coast?
Roger Federer?
Yeah, Federer's run 17 record men's Grand Slam titles. Federer, 10 points, Gulf Coast. All right, in this question, what animal, which is depicted on the yellow Gadsden flag, appears chopped in, Connor, Gulf Coast?
Snake.
Yeah, chopped into 8 sections, a political cartoon, Join or Die from Benjamin Franklin, 10 points, Gulf Coast. What figure-hugging one-piece garment designed for physical exercise was named after a 19th century master of the circus trapeze? Eve, Gulf Coast?
Leotard?
Yeah, it was a leotard. Very good. 10 points, Gulf Coast. The Giant Nut is given to the winner of what ABC show, hosted by Samantha Ponder, whose competitors engage in combat using remote-controlled machines? Anthony, Gulf Coast? Hurry.
BattleBots?
Yeah, right. BattleBots is right. 10 points, Gulf Coast. Next question for 10. In 1947, which inventor introduced the first self-developing film, which in 2008 was discontinued? Anthony, Gulf Coast.
Kodak.
No, sorry, incorrect. Canterbury. 2008 was discontinued by the company he founded to sell it, Polaroid. Michael, Canterbury.
Nikon.
No, sorry, his name was Land, Edward Herbert Land. Okay, no points there. Canterbury, you're on the scoreboard, a little behind Gulf Coast. There's plenty of time to catch up. We do have another 10-point round coming up, Gulf Coast at 110. We'll be back with the next round and the introductions coming up. Don't go away.
The Foundation for Lee County Public Schools is celebrating 30 years of enriching education throughout the school district of Lee County. Throughout its history, the foundation has provided over $7 million in scholarships and $1.5 million in education grants. 170 teachers have received the prestigious Golden Apple Award. To learn more, visit www.leeschoolfoundation.org.
2 pennies by themselves don't add up to much. But when you're a Suncoast member, every time you swipe your Suncoast credit or debit card, Suncoast donates 2 cents to help children's programs where you live. That means Suncoast members help make their community a better place every day just by buying things with their cards. And when we add all those pennies from all those Suncoast card swipes together, we can give millions of dollars to our children's future. Visit SuncoastCreditUnion.com and learn how much Suncoast could save you.
This one's packed with hope. This one's packed with big dreams. This one's packed with inspiration. It may look like a simple brown bag lunch, but it's That's really a big way to make a difference. That's because when you become a Take Stock in Children mentor, it takes just 1 hour a week to make an impact that can't be measured. Change a life over lunch. Become a mentor today.
Take Stock in Children is a major program of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. For more information on how you can become a mentor, call 239-337-0433 or email info@leeschoolfoundation.org.
All right, round two is about to begin in this round of the A-Team Challenge. Let's introduce you to our teams before we get started. In the spot here on my right at Gulf Coast High School, the first position is filled with Anthony Amadio. Anthony is a senior. Anthony will be headed to USF, undecided major as yet, but Anthony, I'm sure you'll be a big success in college. Good luck to you, Anthony. Next to him is Eve. Eve, who knows all about leotards. Good for you. Is a sophomore this year. Eve wants to go to Sarah Lawrence and study English. Eve, I hope to see you back in the A-Team Challenge next year. Connor Bly is in the back row. There's Connor, had some good answers as well today. A junior, he wants to go to Cornell and study hospitality management. Good job there. And in the back row, the last spot is Blake. Blake Anderson. Blake is a senior, wants to go to MIT, studying physics and computer science. So Blake, Connor, Eve, and Anthony under the coaching of Liz Mongiello at Gulf Coast High School. All right, on my left side here is Canterbury High School. Canterbury High School is team captain number 1. Here is Cass Mead. Cass is a junior this year. Undecided plans is now for after school. But Cass, I'm sure you'll figure something out and you'll do great. And the next spot is Michael. Michael Morell is a junior. He also has undecided plans as of yet after high school. Back row, we've got Madhava Pali. Madhava is a junior, wants to study medicine after high school. Madhava, welcome to you. And rounding out the team is Michael. Michael Asorian, also a junior, and will be studying medicine in the future as well. So Michael, Madhava, Michael, and Cass under the coaching of Bill Lochran. Bill, it's great to see your team again here at Canterbury School, and thanks for all the hard work there. All right, here we go. Our next round, each question is still worth 10 points. Put your hands on your buzzers, and let's see how we do. Here we go. First question. The Ko'olau Range volcano is on what island, which includes the beaches of Kaneohe and Waikiki? Anthony, Gulf Coast.
Oahu.
Oahu is the island. The Navy base Pearl Harbor is also there. That was your final clue. Oahu, 10 points, Gulf Coast. What early 20th century American psychologist frightened a baby with a rat in the Little Albert experiment and founded, Anthony, Gulf Coast?
Watson.
Yes, Watson is right. Founded the School of Behaviorism. Watson, 10 points, Gulf Coast. Next question for 10. What novel, which opens with the marriage of Ona and the immigrant Jurgis Rudkus, exposed the Chicago meatpacking industry and is by Upton Sinclair? Cass, Canterbury. The Jungle is right. Good job, Canterbury. 10 points for you. Next for 10. What former president of Libya was overthrown and killed? Connor, Gulf Coast.
Gaddafi.
Yes, in 2011, Gaddafi is right. 10 points, Gulf Coast. In what country did Bill Shorten's Labour Party narrowly lose a 2016 election, keeping Malcolm Turnbull from Wentworth? Connor, Gulf Coast.
Australia.
Yes, in power in Canberra, Australia. 10 points, Gulf Coast. Next for 10. Which country music trio of siblings, Kimberly, Reed, and Neil? Anthony, Gulf Coast.
The band Perry.
These songs, The Better Dig 2 and Done, a couple of them. 10 points, Gulf Coast, the band Perry. Good job. All right, next question for 10. What Mesoamerican civilization, which was centered at San Lorenzo, has a Nahuatl name, meaning rubber people? Connor, Gulf Coast.
Aztecs.
No, I'm sorry, I can't take Aztecs. Canterbury meaning rubber people, and they also carved colossal stone heads. Olmecs, the Olmecs. Yeah, it's a good try though. All right, next question for 10. What fourth letter of the Greek alphabet is used as the difference operator? Anthony, Gulf Coast.
Delta.
Delta, and the Laplace operator, correct. Delta is right, 10 points. You got it, you got it. Next for 10. The dot product always outputs what type of quantity, such as work and speed? Blake, Gulf Coast.
Scalar.
Yes, which has a magnitude, but unlike other vector quantities, no direction. The scalar quantity is right. 10 points, Gulf Coast. Math question now on your screen. Take a look. What's the area of a circle that is inscribed within a square whose sides each have a length of 2? Blake.
Pi.
Pi is right. Excellent answer, and that's right on the money. 10 points, Gulf Coast. Pi. What composer of The Dream of Gerontius wrote a D major military march, commonly heard at graduation, as part of the series of Pomp and Circumstance? Anthony.
Sousa.
No, not Sousa. Good try, though. Canterbury. Yeah, it's obscure, but his name was Elgar. Edward Elgar. You know the song. All right, next question for 10. In Sergei Prokofiev's Peter and the Wolf, what instrument is used to represent Peter's ornery grandfather? Michael, Canterbury.
The flute.
No, not the flute. Gulf Coast. Anthony.
The violin.
No, not the violin. Boom, 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 boom. It was the bassoon. The bassoon. All right. Obviously, my music doesn't help either. In what year in which Geraldine Ferraro became the first female vice presidential candidate of a major party, was Ronald Reagan re-elected president? Michael, Canterbury.
1984.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a great answer. I'm glad you got that. 10 points, Canterbury. Next for 10. Milk Snatcher was the nickname of what British Prime Minister who governed during the Falklands War of 1982? Connor, Gulf Coast.
Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher is right. 10 points, Gulf Coast. What chemical element has cephalorite as its most common ore, is used in galvanization, is alloyed with copper in brass, and Anthony, Gulf Coast.
Zinc.
Zinc, its atomic symbol is Zn, zinc. 10 points, Gulf Coast. Next for 10, what process in which no wave is transmitted across an interface occurs when the angle of incidence exceeds the critical angle? Blake?
Refraction.
Not refraction. Nope, can't take it. Canterbury. Michael?
Diffraction.
T-fraction. No. No, oh, diffraction. No, I'm sorry. I need something along the lines of reflection, total internal reflection, not refraction or T-fraction. All right, next question for 10. Mani is the Norse god of what realm, overseen in Greek myth by the lover of the sleeping Endymion, Selene, and in Roman myth by her counterpart, Luna? Cass, Canterbury.
The sky.
Nope, sorry, not the sky. Anthony? The stars. Nope, not the stars. The moon. Luna, the moon. All right, next question for 10. Did I hear a buzzer? No. In July of 2016, what editor-in-chief of WikiLeaks released thousands of... Connor, Gulf Coast?
Assange.
Yes, Assange released thousands of Democratic National Committee emails. And that gets you 10 points right there. All right, Gulf Coast got the final 10 points. When we come back, we'll play our lightning round. Don't go away.
Our schools are faced with increasing budgetary challenges. Now, there's an easy way for all of us to support education. By purchasing a License for Learning plate and renewing it each year, $20 are contributed to our schools to help our children. Support the License for Learning campaign. If you've got a car, get involved. For more information, call the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, 239-337-0433. Get involved.
The Foundation for Lee County Public Schools is celebrating 30 years of enhancing education throughout Lee County. With the support of the business community and community at large. More than 3,000 students have participated in hands-on learning opportunities at local STEM businesses through our STEM at Work program.
One of you can hand the seeds out, one can plant and one can water.
This is actually my favorite class. In this one, I'm growing okra, and that one, we're growing lettuce.
Our Take Stock in Children and student advocacy and mentoring programs have provided more than 5,000 hours of mentoring to low-income, at-risk students. And this year, more than 350 students will attend our college and career readiness workshops. If you would like to learn more about how you or your business can get involved, please visit us online at www.leeschoolfoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to our lightning round. The students are just about ready to see if they can add as much as 100 points to their score. And we're going to start off by first introducing you to a couple of alternates on each side. First of all, on the Gulf Coast High School side, we've got Howie. Howie, give us a wave so we can see which one is you. Howie Stubbs, a senior, off to BYU to study computer science. And next to me here, the handsome Nate Deemer. Nate is a junior. He will decide his future in another year or so as he gets ready to leave high school. So welcome to you guys here. All right, just a reminder to you folks at home, I have 2 envelopes, 1 subject per envelope, and they're completely different and random at that. The students with the least amount of points will go first, pick the envelope, and inside there's a subject and 10 questions. We'll have 90 seconds on the clock to answer all 10 questions. Students, remember in this round you have the option of passing. If you want to do that, you can do that, and if there's time, we'll go back and try to get the answer at the end. All right? So, Canterbury High School, you're going to be going first. Let's keep this just in case I need it. Which envelope color would you like?
Purple.
You want purple? All right, so you guys are going to get the yellow, and here we go. Your final category, Canterbury, is... All right, how's your sports knowledge?
Okay.
The subject is football positions. All right? Say whether each of these NFL players was, and I'm going to read this slowly so you get it, whether they were a quarterback, a wide receiver, a tight end, a linebacker, a safety, or a kicker. There's some options there. Quarterback, receiver, tight end, linebacker, safety, or kicker.
I don't know.
So I'm going to give you the name. Remember, you have to give me the answer, but all of you can work together. You ready to go?
Yep.
90 seconds on the clock. Go. Peyton Manning.
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
Quarterback is correct. Charles Woodson.
Safety.
Safety. Linebacker.
Safety.
Say your answer.
Safety.
Safety is correct. Ray Lewis.
Linebacker.
Linebacker.
Linebacker is correct. Michael Irvin.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver is correct. Jan Stenenrud.
Tight end. Tight end.
Incorrect. Shannon Sharp.
Tight end.
Tight end.
Tight end is correct. Dick Butkus.
Quarterback.
That's a real name. Give me an answer.
Quarterback. Yeah.
Quarterback is incorrect. Warren Moon.
Moon.
Warren Moon.
Tight end, maybe.
Tight end.
Sorry, incorrect. Tony Gonzalez.
He's
Is he a kicker?
tight end. Tight end. Dude, tight end.
Tight end.
Tight end is correct. Lynn Swan.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver is correct. And no passes, but 3 wrong. That was great. Just even had 30 seconds left there. You're just totally blown away with that Dick Butkus thing, aren't you? Okay, so he was a linebacker. Butkus was a linebacker. Warren Moon was a quarterback. Jan Stenenrud was a kicker. And I heard you say that there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70 extra points. Canterbury School. Good job on that lightning round. Good for you. All right, let's see how you guys do now. You think was you've done well on the sports question one?
I think so.
Yeah?
I knew a few of those.
All right, well,
I knew Peyton Manning.
that's too bad because that's not your subject. All right, here we go.
Didn't get the most obscure
For
author.
100 points and 10 questions, your category is called Up. Get up. Answer the following involving the letters U and P.
There we go.
Up. Okay. All right? 90 seconds on the clock. Go. This animation studio produced the 2009 film Up.
Pixar.
Pixar is correct. Up and down are 2 types of this elementary particle.
Pass.
Up, UP, is shorthand for this railroad company whose line met the Central Pacifics in 1869.
Union Pacific.
Union Pacific is right. This country singer had the hit Forever and for Always on her 2002 album, Up.
Pass.
The Crack Up is a posthumous collection by this author of This Side of Paradise.
Pass.
Okay. The film Knocked Up was directed by this man who also directed Trainwreck.
Pass.
All right. The activist group ACT UP was founded to help people with this disease caused by HIV.
AIDS.
AIDS is correct. Up was a 1998 album by this rock group that sang Everybody Hurts.
Rem.
Rem is right. Charles Lepore Grigg invented this carbonated beverage with a lemon lime flavor.
7 Up.
7 Up is correct. The Disney Channel's Shake It Up centered on a dance show in this city.
Chicago.
Chicago is correct. You passed on. Up and down are 2 types of this
Quarks.
elementary.
Quarks.
Is right. Particle. This country singer had the hit Forever and Always.
Carrie Underwood.
Nope, sorry, not Underwood. That was Shania Twain. Shania Twain. The other one you passed on was a Crack Up, The Side of Paradise was Fitzgerald, and the knocked up one from Trainwreck was Apatow. All right? Hey, you did good. 1, 2, 3, 4, how many? 5, 6, 7 judges? I get 7? 7 points to you. Great job. You'll be going on. You guys did a good job too. Thanks for being here, and thank you for watching the A-Team Challenge.